Mia, I've asked you for the 9th time. Stop talking. I will call your parents. Oh, now you're calling me a liar? Now you're calling me a liar, Mia.
Right there.
I just want you to know. I need a raise if I have to keep putting up with her.
You just want a raise.
No. All right, so we're going over the red cards. The red cards that we use to practice for Unit 2.
Yeah.
You should already have your red cards. You got a grade on them. It's in the grade book. If they try not to bring them home, they throw them away, then ask them what they got or check in the grade book after they tell you, oh, I did really well on it, Mom. But they threw it in the trash. Or as one of my students does, he just keeps leaving things in my room. All right, so we're going to go over this because we have a test Friday.
Ooh.
As we go through this, you're going to find out.
I feel like you broke the desk.
I'm going to break you. You're going to find out that if you'd have paid attention, slowed your hiney down, you would have done better, if possible. I know Ava's already bragged. Hey, everybody. If he adds 10 points to mine, guess what I got?
50.
Oh, you're bragging too? You got a 50?
No.
Yeah, I am. I got a 50.
All right, so let's look at this. This will give you a clue that you can follow along and review, that your parents can help you review, because we do have this test Friday going over this stuff. So let's look at number 1. Ethan is going to pay attention while I go over number 1, because Ethan likes to be smart.
So do I.
So we're going to use, this is called inequalities. Less than, greater than, or equal to is called inequalities. We're going to use these inequalities. Inequalities compare two things. They're less than, greater than, or equal to. So we're using those inequalities to compare decimals to the thousandths place. Number 1 was missed by many of you.
Yes,
No, I
I didn't say everyone, I said many. I said many of.
I got it wrong because
All
I
right.
wasn't reading.
Don't kick me. Yeah.
All right, so it says, and I quote, we can measure the brightness of stars using radio waves. In 2002, one star was 312 thousandths millard seconds brighter than a second star. Which of the following choices correctly compares two stars with a difference of 312 thousandths millard seconds? Now, what some of y'all's did is you didn't. Your answer choice has to have a difference of 312 milliard seconds. It has to. The difference between your highest number and your lowest number has to be a difference of 312 milliard seconds. A lot of you didn't pay attention. I'm just saying. I'm not trying to make fun of me or anything. I'm just saying.
I got it wrong.
I didn't tell everybody you got it wrong. You did.
You got it
All right.
wrong?
So
Awesome, Mia.
watch please as I go through these, because you're going to notice that it takes me some time to go through these. It doesn't happen like this.
No.
It's going to take some time to go through these. Therefore, i.e. por ejemplo,
What?
some of you took less time to do 10 of them than it takes me to do 3 of them. I've been doing this for 24 years. You are only 6.5.
What?
You should not be working faster than I can possibly work. But if you follow along on the ways that I'm thinking, as I'm giving examples of how my brain works,
And he goes crazy.
Well, it's crazy, and I'm trying not to show that part, but at least I can write my name so people can read it. All right. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look at all my answer choices and see if the inequalities are correct. Let me ask this. Do they all go out to the same smallest place value?
Yes.
Yes. What is that place value?
Thousands.
They all go out to the thousands. So I don't have to add any zeros in there to make them all go out to the thousands. So let's look. This one has zeros in both the ones place on both of these values. So this says 832 thousandths is greater than 842 thousandths. Can that be my answer?
No.
No. So it cannot be A.
Not true.
It's not, yeah, it's not true.
It's not true.
It's not true. They're lying.
It's not.
Let's look at B. B says 1 and 624 thousandths is less than 1 and 936 thousandths. Is that true?
Yes.
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 So this one's okay so far, but I've only checked one part of it. I'm just checking the inequality because I also have to find which one has this difference. C, 2 and 312 thousandths is less than 2 and 0 thousandths. Is that true?
No.
No, it cannot be C. And let's look at D. 3 and 21 thousandths, I'm sorry, 321 thousandths is greater than 331 thousandths. Is that accurate?
No.
No.
Wrong.
I have not done any work other than checking the inequalities to make sure the inequalities were true. And that mostly you could just do that in your head because they all went out to the same place value. But I need to make sure that this has a difference of 312 thousandths. So, oh my gosh. Ava, I can't remember which one of these two numbers is the greatest.
1.9.
Oh, we don't say 1 point.
Oh.
What? You're not Ava. Why would you think I'm calling on you? Put your hands down. Ava, 1 and 936 thousandths. That's the greatest one. So that's what I'm subtracting from. Ava, 6 minus 4 is? 6 minus 4 is? Ava! Why are you all named Ava? 3 minus 2 is? 9 minus 6 is?
7.
3. So, do these two have a difference of 312 thousandths?
Yes.
Okay.
They do.
I honestly, looking at this, I can't see why you would miss it. Because there's only one inequality answer that is correct. Change back to that back seat, Ethan. There's only one inequality answer that is even correct. Yes, ma'am.
A lot of people missed it because they looked at C and they automatically thought that 2 and 3/12 was greater
Good.
than 2, and
Yeah.
they didn't even look at the equality.
Yep.
They tricked us.
They didn't trick you. Look. How is this a trick?
It just.
How is that a trick?
They didn't even. Some people didn't even look at
The inequality. They didn't look at the inequality.
Well, if you're not the some people, I'm not the some people. I got the B.
Okay? So this is what I'm saying. As I go through these, you're going to tell yourself, self, I shouldn't have missed that. If you're honest, that's what you're going to say. Self, I shouldn't have missed that. Now, if your pants are on fire, then...
Well, I tried to. Liar. But I missed.
Oh, you're trying.
I tried to catch them on fire.
All right, I need you to focus or I can just give you work to do.
No.
I'm trying to help you be successful on your test that we're having on Friday.
Oh my gosh. Dr. Pepper.
Very good.
My
I
dad
Alright, sponsor
They
us.
can't act like they have sense.
Dad loves Dr. Pepper.
Just
All right, so let's look at this one.
It's Dr.
Let's look at the second one. And y'all have your paper on your desk.
Yes, we do.
Pay close attention. I want you to get a good grade on the test because then I don't get emails and phone calls that are saying, why did my baby not do well on that test? That must have been a bad test. And then I send the test home and they go, I cannot believe that they did that. Such boneheads they are. When they hang up on me.
that doesn't
So,
sound like my mom. No.
Joan,
Sounds nothing like my mom.
Joan finished the
More like
race.
my sister.
Shh. Gunner. Don't make me tell your mom to watch this video of me yelling at you.
Okay. You've already yelled it.
Joan finished the race in 13 and 498 thousandth seconds. So we have Joan finishing it in that amount of time. Claire finished the race in 13 and 64 hundredth seconds. Which time listed below is greater than Joan's time, but less than Claire's time? So what I'm going to do, because that's the way I roll, is I'm going to just make a little notes off to the side, because it's easier if I have this stuff written down on the side for me to go back and look at it. And it's easier to compare them. Cora, you seem to be wanting to talk today, so let me call on you. Cora, do these go out to the same smallest place value? No. So what do I need to do? Which one do I need to fix? C, Clara. And what do I need to do for Clara?
Claire.
I need to add a 0. I don't care.
He said 0.
I need to add the 0 there. So now they both go out to the thousandths place. Now I can look at them really, and I don't even have to pay attention to the whole numbers in front of the decimal point. I just really have to look at the numbers behind the decimal point. And Cora, I need to find which one is less than what? What's it say up here? Which time listed below is, okay, great. Let's do greater than Jones. I need to find which one is greater than 13 and 498 thousandths. If they're not greater than 13 and 498 thousandths, I'm going to cross them off. So, Cora, work with me here. They all have 13 in the ones place, or in the whole numbers. So I'm just going to ignore the whole number in the decimal point. So all I'm looking at right now is this. Is 864 greater than 498?
No.
Yes, Cora, thank you. Shh. Cora, is 636 greater than 498? Yes. Is 467 greater than 498? No. Can't be. Is 640 greater than 498?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, I've eliminated one. Now I got to find of the three left, which one is less than 640? So is 836 less than 640?
No.
You said 36. You should have said 64.
Okay. Good. Is 636 less than 640?
Yes.
It's probably this one. Is 640 less than 640?
No.
It's equal, but it's not less.
Okay? Again, we shouldn't have missed that.
I didn't. I did.
You got to keep an eye on those people in the hallway because they can be shady sometimes.
They are.
I'm Shane. Go on your table.
Oh, we know.
Okay, I'll slide it up in a minute. This one's pretty straightforward.
Easy.
This one's pretty straightforward. If we look at it, it says Carly sells honey at the county fair. Customers are charged based on the amount of honey in each jar. The table below shows the capacity of 4 jars of honey. You're supposed to be doing this stuff during class, not during class. And I don't know why you're dancing. If you want to dance and entertain, I'll give you an hour up here to do that.
Yeah.
All right, you want to? Come on. You have 60 minutes you have to entertain the entire class. Okay, then don't try and entertain them while I'm talking. Thank you. All right, so Ethan, we're going to use this information on this chart to see which one of these inequalities is correct. Ethan, do they all go out to the same smallest place value? How far does this one go out? How far? What's the smallest place value in this number?
5.
Place value. Thousands. Does this one go out to the thousands? No. I'm going to put 0. Does this one go out to the thousands? No. I'm going to put 2 zeros. Does this one go out to the thousands?
No.
Put a 0. God, why are you in trouble today? Gosh, Gunner.
I'm trying to move my desk.
Well, slide yours back there. Back where it's supposed to be. Listen to Gunner. All right. So now, which of the following compares the heaviest and lightest jars of honey? I need to know the heaviest and lightest. So before I do anything, Ethan's going to tell me the heaviest. So Ethan, which one of these jars is the heaviest? They all have a 4 in the ones place. So let's look behind it. 555, 640, 600, 460. 555 is higher than 640. No. So B is the highest. So the heaviest is 4.64. And the lightest, Ethan? D. So the lightest, some of you just keep talking and it's annoying me. The lightest is D, which is 4.46. Now, they go out to the hundredths place. They go out to the hundredths place. Is your name even on here? Why do you want a 0? Why? I don't understand why you want a 0. All right. So these both go out to the hundredths place, Ethan. When I have numbers that are just going out to the hundredths place, I think of money. Because money goes out to the hundredths place. It goes out to the pennies. It goes out to the pennies. So I just look at it in that way. Create this for me. Okay. So I just look at it in that way. So now I need to find which inequality, and they have to include $4.64 and $4.46. Which inequality works? So now let's look at those, Ethan. I know you're happy to look at it. Working with me here, Ethan. Ethan's working. All right. I'm going to say it in money terms since it goes out to the hundredths. Ethan, is $4.64 greater than $4.46? Yes. It might be this one. Ethan, is $4.46 greater than $4.64? No. Ethan, is $4.64 less than $4.46? No. Ethan, is $4.46 equal to $4.64? No. Thank you, Ethan. Again, if you just look at the inequalities and compare them, it's really easy and you're not going to make mistakes. You can slide forward, Gunner. Will you get Logan's water bottle that he just threw? All right, let's look at 4. Now, you are taking these home today, so hopefully when you get home and your parents are saying, well, I don't understand, what's the answer for number 4? You can let them watch this video. Number 4, the 4 points below are graphed on the number line shown below. Which inequality? Now, you all answered this question without asking me what inequality meant, which makes me think that you all know what inequality meant.
No.
If you don't, now you do. Inequality is you're comparing them, less than, greater than, or equal to. So which inequality correctly compares the values of point K and point Z? All right, before I do anything, I'm going to look at my number line. I have 0 here and 1 here, which means points K and Z are between
0 and 1.
0 and 1. So anything here that doesn't have K and Z between 0 and 1 cannot be my answer. Okay, so that cannot be my answer. Now I have to figure out. Girl who writes her name in some language I can't understand. Each line is worth how much? How many lines are there between there?
I'm counting, okay?
Okay.
Good, good. 10. So each one of these lines is worth 1/10, 2/10, 3/10, 4/10, 5. Okay. So now K. K is between 1/10 and 2/10. So it's halfway between 1/10 and 2/10. So what do you think K is?
100.
That's not between 1/10 and 2/10.
It's tenths. Or no. 5 tenths. No, it's 15.
15 hundredths. 15 hundredths. Because 1/10 is the same as 10 hundredths. If you remember, on our chart, 1/10 was 1 row. Each one of those little squares in the row is 100th.
Yeah, I know.
10 of them.
Second grade.
Well, then why were you just staring at me like I'm speaking Chinese? Okay, so K is 15 hundredths. What do you think Z is?
85 hundredths.
85 hundredths. Thank you, girl who writes her name in a language I don't understand.
Not a curl.
Well, then why did you answer? Because I'm asking the girl who writes her name in a language I don't understand this problem.
EYLA. What can you not understand about that?
Well, you wrote it in some other language. All right. So if this is 15 hundredths and this is 85 hundredths, so now we're looking at these. You with me here? They both go out to the hundredths place, so I'm going to think of them as money. 15 cents is greater than 85 cents. Is that true, girl who writes her name in a language I don't understand? Is 15 cents greater than 85 cents? No. Is 85 cents greater than 15 cents? Yes. And the other one has 95 hundredths and I don't know, something else. Okay?
It's unclear.
Again, once you identify that all your numbers are going to be less than 1, that automatically eliminates that because it's not less than 1. Then you just figure out how much each one is worth, and you're golden.
Okay.
You're
Golden.
You're a golden horse. I want to be golden horse. You're made of gold. I wish. Yeah, because then I would drive a
All right, so let's look at this. Quiet, watching. Quiet, watching. We're not quiet watching. The model below shows 597,000 shaded. See, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 97 thousandths of that. Oh, thank you for helping me. Those are going to be your next row of cards that go up. Now we got to look at which of the following is true. Which of the following is true? So, Nicholas. Let's look at the answer choices. What is the smallest place value in the answer choices, Nicholas?
The smallest place value is the thousand.
Is the thousands. I want to make sure they all go out to the thousands. So I'm going to add 2 zeros here. These already go out. These already go out. And none of the above already goes out. I don't know why. Shh. You're going to keep me awake if you keep drumming your pencils. Mia. All right, so now, Nicholas, all we're doing is, they all have a 0 in the ones place. Now all I have to do is just read them. Is 597 less than 600?
Yes.
Yes, it's probably this one. Is 597 less than 590?
No.
No. Silly rabbit. Tricks are for kids. Is 997 less than 597?
No.
No. And it can't be none of the above because we found one of the above that would work. Again, now we've gone through 5. You've looked at 5. If you're honest with yourself, you said, self, I shouldn't have missed any of those 5. Which is good because now that you know you shouldn't have missed them, you're going to know how to get it right. I'm just saying how to get it right. In case similar questions are on a test that we're taking Friday.
This year.
Well, yeah, Friday is this year. All right, this one, a lot of people miss number 6. Don't say, I didn't. A lot of you miss number 6. And you really shouldn't have. What probably made you miss it is the not. You have to look, one is not correct, or one of these is not true. If only they would write not in all capital letters when they have questions that asks not. Oh wait, they did! All capital letters! You see what I'm dealing with here, Hannah? Do you see what I'm dealing with here? You know what? I really do.
Can I get that?
All right, so a farmer in South Texas grows melons. A melon must weigh more than 3 and 1200 pounds. So it must be greater than 3 and 1200 pounds. Any melon that is not greater than 3 and 1200 pounds cannot be taken. Now this is the one where the key was wrong. So even if it's marked wrong, you may have gotten it right. So just here. And we're looking, let's see. Melon A. So melon A weighs 3 and 131 thousandths pounds. Melon B weighs 3 and 109 thousandths pounds. So, Elijah, what can I do with this to make my life easier?
Add a 0.
Add a 0. These go out to the thousandths. If I add a 0 back here, it doesn't change the value. Okay. So, Elijah,
Yes, sir.
can both melons be taken to the
No.
fair?
No.
Why? Which one cannot be?
B.
Why not?
3 and 109 thousandths pounds.
Good. It is 3 and 109 thousandths pounds, which means it's just a little more than 3 pounds. And it's too small because it's got to be 3 and 120 thousandths pounds. So B can't go. B has to stay home while you and A go to the fair. Is that right, the fair?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Market, the fair market. It's a fair market. Now we're trying to find out which one's not true. Mel and A can be sent to the market because 3 and 131 thousandths is greater than 3 and 12 hundredths. Is that true,
Yes.
Elijah?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so that can't be the answer because we're looking for not. A lot of people picked A because they didn't see the not and they just, oh, that one's true. I don't need to check the rest. G. Mel and B cannot be sent to the market because 3 and 109 thousandths is less than 3 and 12 hundredths. Is that true, Elijah?
Yes.
So it can't be G.
Yeah, boy.
Thank you for calling the Bat Cave. Batman speaking. How may I help you?
You did it.
You know what? I'm living the dream. How are you?
He's torturing little kids.
He's messing up his own. Okay.
Okay, I will let him know.
It's my favorite movie.
Jake, you left something in the office.
So you missed
Do what?
So you missed your challenge. We all said we were active.
Yeah. So we've eliminated F, we've eliminated G because they're both true. H. Mel and A weighs more than Mel and B because 3 and 131 thousandths is greater than 3 and 109 thousandths. Is that true, Elijah?
Yes.
Yes.
It is.
So that can't be the answer. Mel and J, answer choice J. Mel and A and Mel and B can both be sent to the market. Is that true, Elijah?
No.
No.
That's what
They can't both go to the market. They can't. We already decided that. We already decided that. Poor Mel and B.
Do I have an odd?
What are you doing?
He said grade it.
Okay, well,
They got Jay.
hold it until I'm ready to put it in the grade book. I know. Listen, let me say again for those who aren't listening, the answer key was wrong on that one. And so everybody in here, even if I didn't want to look through everyone's test, so I just gave everybody an extra 10 points than what it says on there. So I'm hoping they won't all raise their hand and tell me that's what I put, because I told them beforehand that the answer key was wrong, so I'm giving everybody 10 points. So hopefully they listened. Thank you for watching.
Wheel of Fortune.
I don't even know what to do with you, Alec.
Ooh. Ooh.
7.
Alex.
7.
Number.
No.
7 says, Gabe and Leah raised goats to show at the livestock show. That's probably at the same place as the market where the melon A is going. I don't know for a fact if it's not, but I'm just guessing. Gabe's goat earned 20 and 387 thousandths points. So Gabe got 20 and 387 thousandths points. From the judges, Leah got 20 and 378 thousandths points from the judges. Which comparison statement is true? Well, let's look at hers. They all have 20 in the front. So I'm just going to read the number behind the decimal point as if it's just a regular number. So let's look at A. Oh, let's look at A. Tatum. Tatum. I'm just looking at the numbers behind the decimal point because the whole numbers are all the same. So Tatum, is 387 less than 378?
No.
No. So it can't be A. Tatum. Tatum, is 387 equal to 378?
No.
It can't be B. Tatum. Tatum, is 378 less than 387?
Yes.
Yes, it's probably C. I like to check them all because I like good grades and I cannot lie. Tatum, Is 378 greater than 390?
No.
No. So I know the answer choice that has to be correct is C. It's C, it really is. The answer is C. The answer choice is C. See what I see what I did there? I was using some Spanish there. Alright, so let's look at number 8. Now, if you're honest with yourself, you're all telling yourself, I shouldn't have missed these, which is a good thing, because on the test, then you won't miss them.
Because you're giving us the
4 girls, this isn't the same thing as the test,
Oh.
but they're similar questions. 4 girls went to a salon for a haircut. The table shows the length of each haircut, measured in meters. Measured in meters. Sarah had 40... Oh, wait a minute. Nick. Not Nick, sorry. I already called on Nick. Jaden is not here today, so I can't call on Jaden. I've called on... Molly is out in the hallway. My gosh, why are you all hiding from me? Natalie. You with me here? What is the smallest place value these all go out to? Thousands. So I'm going to make all of them go out to the thousands. They all have zeros in the ones place.
You don't need the one for Mary. 36.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Mary's trying to steal an extra 0. That's the way Mary is, though. I had a girl in my first year teaching named Mary who had a twin sister named Carrie.
No, Mary Carey.
Yeah. They did not look anything alike, though, so that made it easy.
It's not true.
It is true. Mary and Carrie Rogers. All right, so based on the table, which comparison is true? So they all have zeros as whole numbers. So now we're looking at just the parts behind the decimal point. Is Carrie greater than Sarah? So Carrie is 50. Sarah is 45. So is Carrie greater than Sarah?
No.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Great job. Way to go.
Thank you.
Is Mary less than Tara? Mary's 36, Tara's 30. No. Is Mary greater than Carrie? Mary's 36, Carrie's 50.
Yes. No.
Is Tara greater than Sarah?
No.
Tara's 30, Sarah's 45. No.
Everybody's name rhymes with Sarah, Tara, Mary.
So,
Sarah, Mary.
really, none. I mean, you didn't. All you have to do is put the zeros, and I mean, it's just comparing decimals. And if you take them all out to the smallest decimal point, so they all are the same, then stuff, and you shouldn't miss. Makes me sad when you do. Alright. Now, where this one gets some people. Jason, Denise, Joan, and Kelly competed in a race. Does the winner of the race have the greatest time or the smallest time? Smallest. Most of the time in things that you're competing in, you want the bigger number. A race is different. Because if I finish the 100-yard dash in 31 minutes, 27 seconds, and Mia finishes the 100-yard dash in 2 days, 4 hours, and 97 minutes, then I win. Because mine had a less amount of time to finish the 100-yard dash.
I win.
You think you could beat me in a 100-yard dash?
Yes. All of us.
I can beat you.
All right. So let me slide that up so we can see the names and the times. The names and the times. Because that's muy importante.
Somebody's at the door.
All right. Now these all go out to the hundredths place. So again, if they all go out to the hundredths place, I think of money. So I'm just going to look at the money. The one with the least amount of money wins. Jason completed the race in $13.35. Denise finished the race in $14.27. Joan finished the race in $13.72. And Kelly completed it in $13.21. Okay, so I want you to, it is time, but if it goes out to the hundredths, instead of saying 14 and 27 hundredths second, it's easier if I think of it as money. Because we all understand money. So now, Gunner, looking at these times, who won the race?
Kelly.
Kelly won the race. Who got second?
Jason.
Thank you, Gunners. Who got third? Gunner. And who got fourth? Denise, Gunner, thank you. Okay, once I know that, then I just have to look. Answer choice A. Jason finished before Kelly. Did Jason finish before Kelly?
No.
No. So it can't be A. B. Joan finished after Denise. Did Joan finish after Denise?
No.
Joan finished after Jason. Did Joan finish after Jason?
Yes.
Okay, so it's probably C. But again, I like good grades and I cannot lie. So I check all the answers. Kelly finished before Denise because... Did Kelly finish before Denise?
Yeah.
Okay? Now we have to look at the times. Now it says 13 and 21 hundredths is less than 14 and 27 hundredths. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay?
No. Well, yeah. In this case, no. But
It is
yes.
correct, but we want it to be the other way around.
Yeah.
Because we want a smaller time. So the answer choice would be C.
The alligator wants to eat the big
Yes, ma'am.
I thought that one marked is wrong.
Okay. You got it marked wrong too?
Which number is that?
Joan finished after Jason. Well, let's check. Joan finished after Jason. Joan had 13 and 72 hundredths. And Jason had 13 and 35 hundredths. So 13 and 35 hundredths. 13 and 72 hundredths. Kelly finished before Denise. So really C or D could have been correct, huh?
Yeah.
Am I reading that right?
C.
Yes.
yes.
C or D could be correct.
Yes, but you said it had to be the other way around. In this case, it said based on this information, which of the following statements is true. That's not true because
It
you're thinking
actually
about a
is
race,
true.
and then it has to be less instead of greater.
Yeah.
That's true. True.
It's still true. It's still true though. So I will take either one of those.
Yes.
So don't fret.
Chocolate.
Don't
Peace
fret.
out. Love you.
Don't fret. The model below shows 633 thousandths shaded. Which of the following is true? Basically, we just have to do the inequalities on this one. We just have to do the inequalities on this one. Yes, ma'am.
Can I help?
Yes, Mia, you can help. What is the smallest place value in any of these answers?
Smallest value, so thousands.
Thousands. So I need to make everyone go out to the thousandths if it doesn't already. And the rest do. So now I'm just looking at it. They all have a 0 as a whole number. Remember, the whole numbers are in front of the decimal point. They all have a 0 there. So now I'm just going to compare behind the decimal point. Mia,
Yes.
is 633 less than 630?
No.
No. Mia, is 63 greater than 633?
No.
No. Mia, is 633 less than 640?
Yes.
Yes. Mia, is 633 less than 366?
No. No.
No. Again, these are really easy problems. But we've been working on this with me for 44 minutes.
44 minutes?
Some of you did these problems twice and didn't spend 20 minutes on them. Total. Okay, and that is the last one. That is the last one. So hopefully this and what we do tomorrow will prepare you for the test on Friday. And then we can move on to multiplication next week.
Yay!
You are required to know in multiplication. Just listen. Listen to what I'm saying. Using multiplication, you are required to know how to do 3-digit by 2-digit.
Okay.
So that's as big as where you're required to know.
I know that.
Boom! Shakalaka. Peace out. Love you. God bless.